Welcome back, everyone. Going to the second half here of episode 76. Adam, we're walking into this place, thing, whatever.
Yeah, so we fade in on familiar sounding music, right? Like we heard it before. We heard all of this part of the soundtrack before, but now we can hear it at full volume with the entire equalizer measured out. So we can hear singing. There's laughing and talking. You can hear the sounds of tiles being like slapped down onto tables. And we see the group of you being led by Petal. Her full name is Touch of the Unfolded Petal, but you can call her Petal. Petal is leading you through the first layer of the Devil's Vault. And down here, the majority of the center of the Devil's Vault is an enormous like pit of white sand. And in the middle of it, there is a lotus made of glass, a lotus blossom made out of glass. And in the center of the lotus blossom, where the pod would be, there is a pile of pillows, like of satin pillows. On it, there are a couple of people sitting kind of languidly. There's smoke drifting up from it. And all around in circles, there are monks. There are men and women, humans, genasi, dwarves. They're all wearing the black robes and the chains of priests of the devil, and they're all kneeling with their head down. And from them, you can see that there are rivulets in the sand of the garden, rivulets in the sand of blood that is trailing towards the lotus, and the glass lotus is full of blood. The petals of it are full of blood. There are side rooms all the way around, some which are open, where you can see humans, orcs, trolls, other strange creatures at leisure, all kind of like sitting, playing games, talking, being entertained. You walk by one where there's a some kind of like a fire genasi doing like a dance with like fans of flame. And all of this is presented very quickly and sort of overwhelmingly to give you an impression that there's like a lot going on in here. The air is hot and heavily perfumed, and what's everybody's reaction to this? Like, how is everybody as we see you walk by the camera? Do we see like what's the look on everybody's face? Ramus, let's start with you.
Just tired. Just not really in the moment. Just doesn't really smell
Yeah.
pleasant or good. It just smells like nothing to me.
Yeah. Okay, so we see Ramus unaffected, and as Ramus walks by the camera, Yoji, you're behind him. What do we see? What do we see you?
Kind of just like I was walking somewhere I'm used to. Like, I think Yoji lives in the unknown and welcomes the unknown, so he's just like, great, this is cool, let's keep going. Let's see where this leads.
Yeah. Kalimat, what about you?
Oh, just a shit-eating grin on my face. Just fucking loving it. It's like, finally! Spent all this time fighting and blood and all this shit. It's like, this is where I need to be. So yeah, eyes bright, wide smile.
Looking at like, yeah, wow. Okay. All right. We see you look with that look in your face, like you look into, there's these like sliding doors around the outside, or there's these little booths, and we see you like peer into a booth, and there's like a long, sinuous, like green scaled, like dragon looking like tail. And so you peer in, and someone inside, we see a clawed hand slam the door shut and like say something in Draconic, like, mind your own business. And you're kind of like startled back. And as you walk by, Berg, you're, I guess, taking up the rear. What is the look on Berg's face?
Kind of slightly squinted eyes, like looking at everything. Just kind of like a couple things. He's like, just moving from like scene to scene thing, and also tracking the person that's, I'm assuming we're following the person that spider, fucking snake lady. I don't know what to call her.
Yeah.
Petal, right? Her name is Petal.
She has a name. Her name is Petal.
With all those other
yes,
emotions you said and things.
That's right. Yeah. How do I pronounce her name? Is it Petal, smell of decay, sweetness, or do I just say the petal part? Or yeah. So you follow her, and looking like kind of. So Berg, there is a there's a fuzziness in the back of your head. There's like a kind of like hissing or like something distracting you. It's not sound, but it feels like that. Something's off. Nobody else has this going on, but for you, there's some kind of like something funny happening. And yeah, you're led down this hallway to another one of these like sliding doors, and there's a little creature. It's about like 3 or 4 feet tall. Looks like it's made out of like porcelain and crafted to look like a tiny old lady. And when you walk up, it claps and bows, and then pulls a rope that slides the door by. One of Petal's hands sort of drifts across the thing's head. You can hear her nails like click on the porcelain as it opens the door, and you enter her office essentially. So inside Petal's office, there is a circle on the floor of pillows. And at the back, there's a nest, basically, of like blankets and pillows that, obviously she kind of like slithers up and like settles into with her like long tail hanging over the edge of it. And she gestures for you to sit. In the middle, there is an enormous, beautifully ornate glass like water pipe. And it's bubbling slightly, and there are these long tubes that come off it with like metal pieces on the end. So she slithers up and settles down into the pillows. The room itself is pretty large, dimly lit with kind of red light, and there is up behind her. There's the character for the devil, which in the language of the Court of Coins, which is what it's drawn in, it's the same as the character for like being bound by rope or bound by chains, and you see that painted this beautiful like single brush strokes. Calligraphy on the wall behind her. And so she slithers up into the seat and gestures for you all to sit.
Does her little nest also have skin that's been shed from her? Just curious.
No, she would have had that removed. She wouldn't just leave it laying around.
Just curious.
I don't know, Max. Is the front seat of your car full of like fingernail clippings?
Yes,
Don't
it is,
answer
Adam. Thanks for asking.
God damn it.
Yeah, way to out him on that, Adam. Jesus.
Just open the door and just fall.
Ask me anything. I'll give you a straight answer. Ask me anything.
I know we're guests here, but I saw something out in the back room there that I have been looking for a very long time. It seemed that there was another one of my kind out there, or possible. Have you seen?
We offer many things to our guests, Kalimat Alfida. Decadence, pleasures, enjoyments of the flesh and the spirit, but above all else, our guests are afforded our discretion. Anything you may have seen, I cannot speak on. You understand, I'm sure.
Yes, I understand.
And she picks up the end. As you're speaking, she picks up the end of one of these pipes. You see these like long gold nails, and she takes she inserts the little like hose under her veil. You can't see her mouth, and she takes a deep breath, and you can see her stomach. You see this whitish smoke like fill her stomach, and you can. Maybe it's a trick of your mind, but you can almost hear the kittens like coughing as the smoke like fills her belly. This tiny little like adorable like noise.
If we are discussing the pleasures of the guests here, there's almost nothing that would give me more pleasure than to meet another one of my kind. If there is any time.
These sorts of arrangements can be made, but as with all things, this is not a house of charity. It is a house of commerce.
Of course. What do you require of me?
All in time. There's no hurry. It's not the end of the world. And she gestures like, please, sit down.
I take one like last lingering look from the like back to where we came from.
Like, come on.
It's like, God damn it, it was right there. Fuck. And I sit down.
Okay. Does everybody
You
sit,
are
or is
a
anybody
rotten
playing
person,
the,
Adam
like,
Coble, by the way. You are a rotten person.
welcome,
Also, she
welcome
has-
to the Lotus of Eternal Supplication, my friend.
No
You said
shit.
she has like cats in her stomach on her translucent skin. Am I getting that right?
Yes, she appears to. She has the a swollen belly of a pregnant person, but instead of an embryo or whatever, she has a albino and then a totally black kitten. They may be conjoined. You couldn't tell, but they're like they fill up that space with
It's
fluff.
fucked up. She's making them,
Yeah.
abusing them with smoke. They're all,
Yeah. Yes, and that's right. When she inhaled the smoke, it went into her belly and then didn't come out.
or punches her belly.
The kid.
So what?
knows
Yeah.
food.
Do you sit?
I think Berg hesitates for a second and just kind of like is staring at her belly, and then like looks at her again, kind of surveys the room and what the others are doing, if they're like, complying right away. And if they do, then yeah, he
Kalimat keeps looking at the door. He seems distracted. Yoji, what are you doing? Are you just kind of like?
Yeah,
I get the impression Yoji's just kind of like, all right,
yeah, I sit.
okay.
I'm trying not to get too attached to anything around.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we all sit.
Yeah, so everybody sits down. All right. So she says, you confused our guard on the bridge. Something unusual we haven't seen before. Her eyes kind of like blink in sequence. You're no mere orc, are you, Berg?
What do you mean?
She absentmindedly, almost like she doesn't realize she's doing it, she runs her hand over her stomach, runs her nails like over her belly, and the kittens inside make like frightened mewling sounds, like they're scared of her. And she says, "You've got something inside you."
Did you mute Max somehow?
Oh shit.
You were literally talking.
Berg
Why,
just-
why the fuck did
It's
you
hard to
mute
tell if
yourself?
Adam was responding to what I just said.
Yeah.
With his expressions.
Berg just
No.
stares stunned. Like,
No, Berg. She says that you've got something inside you. Berg responds and says, "So do you." Like looks down at the cats.
she says, "Yes, but yours are misplaced. Now, I'm sure you've come to my palace for a reason. Some forbidden pleasures you seek, something you wish to burden your souls with. It would please me greatly to begin an inventory of all that which makes you squirm. A trade. Access to my vault, to come and go as you please. Membership to its many delights for as long as you wish. And in exchange, that singing thing you've got inside."
What?
I haven't the words for it, but there's something else. There's no need to be coy with me. I can smell it. I want it. You give it to me, and have the run of the Devil's Vault. There's more here than mere pleasure. Secrets, answers, knowledge, things long thought lost, but pleasures too. Whatever you desire can be yours. A simple trade.
Why do you want this?
I have had a long, long time to become acquainted with desire. I've learned not to question it. The heart wants what it wants.
Will we all have access or just him?
It would please me if you were all my honored guests. Besides, what better place to spend the last days of the City of Brass than here? As you can see, you're not alone. I have many visitors.
Give it to her, Berg. Let go.
My feelings on this are biased. So, I will not weigh in, Berg. The choice is yours. But know that I would side with Ramus if anything. Is there anything else you would take in payment?
No, I want what I want.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about, so I guess give it to her, Berg. It doesn't matter to me.
A moment, if you will.
She nods, and there's more like the clicking sounds, and she says, "Please, take all the time you need." And she gestures, and you hear the door slide open. She says, "Explore the first levels. Go no higher, but you are my guest. Eat, drink, enjoy our entertainments. Return to me when you have made your decision."
Berg like nods and gets up.
Yeah, I was up like sitting like 3 words before she was done with her sentence. Just like, whoop, all right.
You're like, I gotta go.
Yeah, I casually walk out. I'm actually I walk out and I wait for Ramus.
I do not wait for anybody.
Okay.
Or yeah, like kind of gestures for Ramus and specifically Ramus, but the others too. Like he's gesturing in general toward all of them to come over to where he's at.
Yeah, I follow. I think in stride,
Yeah, there are side like booth or rooms, right, where you could go and like sit and have a private conversation.
That's probably I was gonna say you went to a table where there's something more private, like a booth or something like that, a little more enclosed.
They're only booths. Some of them are open. Like if you look, you can see people like leaning out onto the tatami mats that surround the central garden, and kind of like their party has spilled out into the room. Some of the rooms have the dividers between them open, so they're much larger. But if you dip into one of these booths and shut the door, yeah, that's fine. So maybe when you all go in, you close the door. We see from outside, we see the tatami, like the wall, the paper wall slide shut, and then a paper sigil appears and unfolds with the characters for like occupied, basically. Like someone is within, to both let people know not to open the door and come in, that they couldn't, it's magically sealed, but also to let like a waiter know someone will come and like attend to your desires. But you'll have a few minutes at least before that happens. So you come inside. What are you gonna do?
is Kali in here, or did you go off on your own?
No, I went off on my own. I'm stopping it where I heard Draconic.
Okay. Yeah, so I think the like the second the door shuts and we see the magic occupied symbol occur, I immediately just like, we need to get in, find whatever we need, and get out of here. Someone's got to go get Kalimat. The whole reason this place exists is to keep people here.
Agreed.
I don't think you should give up whatever she wants. I was just saying that so we could get past the conversation.
Oh, what do you think, Yoji?
I think if you give someone what they want, then they don't want you anymore. Then you're not needed. So use that against them.
True. What about you, Ramus? What do you think?
Well, in business, when someone wants something and you give it to them, they give you something in return.
This is not business. Did you see what the kittens in that thing? It's not gonna. This is
When
not a
creature
normal place. I've
lie,
seen. What was that, Ramus?
That was weird.
would a creature with cute kittens in its belly lie to you?
100%. All right, any
Yes.
creature can lie. It's not a
Look at
foreign
them, they're
thing.
adorable. They would never lie.
The kittens wouldn't. Yeah, kittens don't lie. Everyone knows that. Snakes, they're synonymous with lying. Everyone looks at a snake and you know that thing's a liar.
Kittens don't lie. Everyone knows that.
Everyone does know that. That's just
I've
a
probably
fact.
seen a talking cat before. They were pleasant. They didn't have any. There's nothing wrong with them.
They just sit there and go like this.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to get inside the vault, and this is she's giving us a ticket right in.
What? Can you
Do we
explain?
not already have a key?
I think that was to get into where we're currently at, Berg, not into the actual vault. We're
Berg's
in-
thinking back on his conversation. Wasn't it? Were we supposed to use the key somewhere specifically?
So the key, you can think of the key as like a safety deposit box key. And when you gave it to the statue, you were like, yo, I want to make a withdrawal. And they were like, okay, who are you? Like, show us your ID so we can let you into the vault so you can open your safety deposit box. And then it got confused. And then they called the manager. And that's why you're here.
Did they take the key though? Like, does Berg still have it, or does?
Berg still has it.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Yeah.
Can you explain whatever this creature wants? By the way, I don't. You said you would do that later, but now it's become kind of an important thing.
There's a creature attached to Berg's soul, or it's something inside of him.
Oh yeah, get rid of that. Good. No, I changed my mind.
One of those things destroying the city, we think, or something related to them.
When did that all start?
Years ago, in some forgotten place, far to the whatever direction it is,
It would be east of here.
far to the east, back in the jungles.
Huh? Does this thing have a name?
Yes. Called Tulpa. Somehow. This is related to these Farang. Says they will help. Gives me some bit of power with this. Berg like holds up the conduit.
Can I? What would it be an Arcana check to see if I've heard that at all, Adam, or would I just not have ever heard that?
You wouldn't have heard the specifics, but I mean, maybe you might, like, you'd be familiar with like
Things being
the
attached
bad
to souls?
sort of magic, sort of magic item that an evil wizard would like steal a young villager's soul to empower his weapon. Like, yeah, that's a thing.
Well, then can I make a check to see about like things attaching themselves to other people's souls? Because that's probably a thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can make an Arcana check.
If I roll well, at least another 20.
Yeah. Yes, that's absolutely a thing. There are things that feed off of magic. There's supposedly like magical parasites that can like eat your soul.
Right.
The soul is like the seat of one's existence, and as a result is precious and valuable, and you never want like to lose that or give it away. And as a result, other people want it.
Okay. You go back, I guess, to start where you left off. You were saying its name is Tulpa. Yeah, I've never heard of that, but things attaching to people's soul, it's never really a good thing. It's usually not a good relationship to have, especially on your soul. So if you want to get rid of it, and it gets us access to where we need to go, I say why not, but I don't think that snake's going to hold up her end of the bargain.
I don't trust her either. Lemus. I thought maybe if I gave her Tulpa, we get into the vault. Part of the deal would be you get a soul She must have access to at least one. Something. I don't know.
The vault, she says, holds many things. There could be souls, there could be weapons, there could be riches beyond our imagination. We don't know until we go inside, though.
Do you really want to be taking a soul from a vault? Wouldn't you want some kind of assurance that it's not?
I just want to borrow it for a while.
It's dangerous things you guys are playing with. But
Well, it's either that or just fade away into nothingness.
I mean, it might be better doing that than having something. Berg, you like having something attached to your soul? Tell Ramus. I'm sure it's not
That
nice.
I would be attached to its soul, so I don't know how that would do, but
I wonder if Tulpa would help you, Ramus. Then should I be giving it away?
I don't think it can help me. It seems to only be able to interact with you.
When he says that, Berg like goes into his mind. He's like, "You're hearing this. I know."
So you take a second to you take a second to center yourself, right? You close your eyes and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try to talk to this like thing. And that absence, that distance, that kind of staticiness is it's blocking you. Like you can't reach the inner voice of Tulpa.
Hello.
Yeah, it's clear that it's not that he's absent; it's that something is like jamming the signal, basically.
Yeah, signal's being jammed. Not surprising. I can't seem to talk to it right now. Something about this place.
See, that's why we got to get out of here as fast as possible. So
when you say that, you're like, we got to get out of here as fast as possible. We cut over to Kalimat, who's not about getting out of here as fast as possible.
Right.
Kalimat, what are you doing? Where do we see you? Have you like just gone back to where you saw the tail?
Yes.
Okay.
And,
yeah, I mean, you walk back and you're pretty sure you're like all right, 6 back from when we came in, and yeah, it's shut. You can see some shadows kind of like flickering on the other side. But
I'm gonna give a listen and see what I
Okay.
hear.
okay, so you hear a kind of like awful, like insectoid, like chittering sound, and then in response to that, in Draconic, you hear fine, I see you. I raise you 3, and then you hear a clattering sound.
I speak through the curtain and Draconic. I don't think I would do that, friend.
It's like a pause. You hear the like hissing, like clicking noise, and then in Draconic again, you hear like yeah, hang on, and then you hear the voice from inside be like, "Who asked you?"
Man with gold.
And then again, more like weird insect noise, and then the person says, "I know, I told them." Well, go away.
But I'm looking for, and I try to like put on my like yokel-y kind of like I'm a mark. Like this is kind of a performance, like performance or persuasion to try and let because I'm not gonna barge in. I'm going to wait for him to invite me in. Well, I guess I've lost enough tonight. These people are just taking me for everything I'm worth.
Make a performance check.
Okay.
Oh, I'm such a mark. Boy,
Right.
it would be a shame if I lost any more money today.
Well,
I'm so bad at cards.
and that's what, having a high charisma.
But I love gambling.
That's where that comes in. All right.
Yep.
26.
Okay, so there's some whispering, and then you hear there's like a sound, and then the door slides open, and you see inside in this like crowded little booth, right in front of you there was an enormous green like lizard like kind of like creature. He's maybe like 9 feet tall, 4 feet across at the shoulder. He's got a big like bony like frill coming off the back of his head and like 3 big horns at the front. He's wearing like a kimono that's like a little too short for him. And he just like yanks the thing open. It's like looks down at you and like hisses. His like tongue flicks out into the air, and then behind him you see a giant spider, like just like huge, jammed up in the top corner with his like hands up on the wall, like, holding him up there, and he's taking it. Both the two of them are just like sitting with their knees up to their chin, like they can't fit in here, but they can't afford a bigger room, so they're just both jammed into this booth. And on the table there's like a card game, and you can see in his little front hands the spider is holding like a fan of cards, and he like looks over them, his mandibles clicking, and this lizard man, this reptiloid looks down at you and he says, "What do you want? You looking to play?"
Maybe. I have.
You know how to play Ak? And he gestures, and you can see the pile of cards on the table.
Do I?
I don't know. Do you have like a gaming proficiency? Like,
Is that a thing?
I mean, yeah, it's a tool set. Like, there's like a gambling like thing. I think the answer is no. You're a quick study, but no, you don't.
Yeah. No, but I learn quick.
And he says,
May I ask you, you don't meet a lot of people who speak in my native tongue. Where did you learn it?
I learned it in the egg from my brood parents, like anybody does.
Now, he doesn't look draconic, does he? Doesn't he look like a dragon?
He looks like a big weird dinosaur man.
Okay. All right. I learned it in a similar way traveling with my parents. It's just so nice to hear it.
Why don't you come inside? And he like puts a big hand on your back, like, come on in.
Now, if I look at the table, is it scattered with gold? Or is it scattered with silver or copper? Like, how expensive is this game?
There's a bunch of gold. There's a bunch of gold pieces on the table. It seems to be a card game, but there's also these like little stacks of porcelain like pieces that are arranged on the table in what looks like a specific way. And he just like pulls you into the room.
1 second. Someone brought up something in chat that I want to check on.
Yeah. Okay.
So, hold on a second. So he pulls me. Does it look like, because I have a 92 gold on me, and I'm wondering if that's going to be enough, or is it like,
I'm sure whatever gold you have will be sufficient.
Oh my God.
For a hand or two.
All right.
So he says to you, he's like, "You've got gold, right?" And he like looks at you and sees your pouch. And then the spider creature makes like a sound, and he looks up at him and he looks back at you, and he looks up at the spider and he says, "No, I don't think he has any limes." And he looks back at you. You don't have any
limes, like the fruit?
He nods. Small, green. Lemons would be fine too. Grapefruits, oranges.
I haven't had or seen one of those in quite some time.
The spider looks disappointed. Like his little shoulders kind of go like, eh. He's like, "That's all right, friend. Gold will do. Come on, have a seat."
Oh, okay. Never mind. The proficiency of Mastermind 3rd level gives you a choice of one. And I chose the Master of Disguise, not the Master of Gaming or whatever. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah, I'll join them for sure. Because if this gets me any closer to whatever.
The spider pours you a little glass of rice wine, and like slides it across the table to you. And they deal you into this card game you've never played before. and we see a little spider arm like slide the door shut from the outside. So meanwhile, in the other room,
And I,
yeah, go ahead.
No, as I'm going in there, I don't want all my coins, like all my, eggs in one basket. So I'm going to take like 5 gold coins and switch them to one pocket so I can like turn it out and see this is all I got kind of a thing.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Make a, make a sleight of hand check to like hide your gold.
Oh, crit fail.
So he just sees you. Yeah, like you go to do that. You go to do that, and the threads, like the strings in your purse catch, and your gold just spills all over the floor. And the spider looks really, really embarrassed for you, as much as a giant venom dripping spider can. And the Triceratops man just kind of chuckles, and he's like, "This is gonna be fun."
Fuck. All right.
Triceratops.
Yep. So anyway, you're gonna play the game. We'll see how well that goes for you, and if you learn anything. But meanwhile, Yoji, Ramus, and Berg, have you come to a decision? Do you need some time to think about it? Do you want to walk around and explore a little? What do you want to do?
I think it just comes back to like the scene starts and it's just, so Berg, what are you gonna do? This is a decision only you can make, but be nice if you helped us out. But that's easy to say from my position.
It is odd. He said that he wanted to help fight the Farang, but thus far has only helped in battle a little bit. It would be helpful to talk to him, hear his side, but something about this place, I don't know, it's blocking. I can't quite talk to him.
Or like tries again, like to maybe try push past like whatever haze is there.
Nope.
Maybe I could roll for it, Adam.
No, there's other magic at play.
Okay.
I think the tick would tell you whatever it needed to keep sucking on the blood.
Fair.
I look at Ramus and kind of, I'm like, what? Yeah, I think the tick would want you to say whatever it wanted, Berg.
Well, what if she wants Tulpa because she's working with the Farang? What about that? And we just gave them something of value.
I'd be hard-pressed to believe that an agent of the Devil Arcana would just give something away without getting something back. So I'm sure if that happens, then fuck it, the city's gonna burn anyways if you know what we want happens. What's wrong if they speed it up a little? I should say what y'all want happens. I quite like this city, but you know.
The city's dead, one way or another, Yoji.
Yeah, but you know, death brings life in weird ways. But if that thing's awoken, I don't know if anything's going to be living here for quite some time. Anyways, that's a whole nother story.
Maybe it's time for this place to die.
Spoken like a true agent of the tower.
We can only advise you, Berg, but it's up to you. I think you should get rid of it. You may not have many other chances to get rid of this thing.
What's the other choice?
I mean, there's
We don't give it to her. She will
Walk
not
out.
be helpful.
There's got to be other ways to get to the vault. They just haven't presented themselves yet.
But now we're under watch.
You're always under watch. You just never see the eyes.
we could kill her.
Well, that's something that's never good to say. So don't repeat that, especially if we are being watched.
Spirit with insults.
Like, finishes his
Yeah,
sentence.
right. Kill her feelings.
Ramus, you got ways of, seeing things that aren't there. I'm sure you can find another way in.
I thought the shaman said specifically that there was a place to use this key inside this like establishment.
There is. Yep.
Did he elaborate exactly where? I couldn't remember, or was he vague?
No. He's never
very
never
helpful.
seen it. He just knows that it's a key to the vault, because you're not in the vault, right? You're in the facilities around the vault.
Mm-hmm. So it's a crapshoot. We'd have to go
You
around.
have to find the
and-
door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever that is.
Maybe we take out the key, walk around, see if we find the vault. Then we don't need her.
Well, we'll be a little bit more discreet than just walking around with the key out in the open.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Again, Ramus might be able to help locate wherever that, key goes. Maybe he can stay in
Ramus.
here, and we'll go do that.
Wait,
Well,
he stays here. Why?
well, it's obvious where it is. It's on the higher floors where we're not allowed to go. You wouldn't let us walk around the first floor if the entrance was here.
Just because she's some big snake lady with kittens in her stomach doesn't mean she's smart.
Did you not? Do none of you remember the bridge and the Magical Guardian on the bridge? Imagine what the stairs have and the hallways have. This place is brimming with magic.
Yeah, but they don't want to kill people that are in here. They just want not to leave. So I'm sure most of those guards are at the exit.
Well, everyone that's in here is supposed to be in here.
I mean, that's one way to look at it, sure. What?
I say for once we just give her the thing and get into the place without having to kill everything in the place.
Well,
Just once.
no one ever said we're going to kill everything, Ramus. That's jumping
That's
to
what it always
conclusions.
turns into every time everything dies.
Maybe
He
when,
is right.
Maybe
That does
that's-
happen a lot.
maybe for you, but that never happened. There's been times where that's not had to occur.
Stick around long enough. You'll see.
I'm going to go look around. You guys decide whatever you're going to.
Yeah, so you get up and it's like, I'm gonna go look.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
It's up for you to decide, Berg. I'm going to go with him.
Okay.
Just leaving
And so
Berg
you-
to himself.
So you get up, the two of you get up and you go. You slide the door open. And you head out. So Berg, you're left to like sit with your thoughts. So Yoji and Ramus, where are you gonna go?
I think the door shuts and I look exactly at Ramus. How long you been playing that game with Berg? Just trying to goad him into whatever you want to do.
I'm just suggesting. I'm not goading.
Those are the same fucking thing, Ramus. All right, I'm not Berg. I understand what you're doing. I just wondering how long this game's been going on.
How long have I been trying to guide my friend in the ways of the Arcana? All my life. That's what my goal is.
All right, priest, keep spinning it however you want. I'm gonna go find this fucking door.
I mean, well, like, so there's a moment here. So are you lying, Ramus, or no?
I'm
Like, I'm not 100% sure.
I'm telling the truth and a lie at the same time because it's truth, but also not entirely the truth. There's a little bit of
okay.
truth, but it's kind of like
Yeah.
a bag.
I think that's understood, though,
Okay.
right? Like, I don't need to roll for that.
No, I don't think you need to roll for that. I think maybe that's reasonable for you to be able to pick that.
I mean,
out.
he's doing the same shit that I've been doing since he met me, so I know exactly what
their
he's
their
doing.
their relationship is complicated.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm gonna go find this door, and I like start walking a direction. potentially where there's maybe stairs leading up, or I don't know.
Yeah. So the whole thing is built in nested or getting concentric squares. So there's the biggest one on the bottom, the next one up, and there are stairwells on each corner, each of the 4 corners. So you can kind of go up through those stairwells. So you can head out to one of those stairs if you want to. You can head in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we see you. We see you walk. We follow you, and you walk past the room that Kalimat is in, and then the wall camera trick. The wall becomes transparent. We see in the room. Kalimat, let's see how you're doing gamble wise.
I'm just
you're
rereading this.
playing-
It says you gain proficiency with the disguise kit, the forgery kit, and 1 gaming set of your choice. So I
Correct.
never actually made that choice. So. Is this a common game, or is this game I've never fucking?
No,
even-
this is like a rare, weird game that may never come up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. How to
So it
let's
seems to
let's
be-
gamble. I dropped all my
It's-
fucking
yeah.
coins on the floor like an asshole, like trying to hide them. I'm really gonna try and play it off like, oh shit, fuck, I'm high or drunk or something,
Okay.
or just
All right.
stupid.
Make a guys, make an intelligence intelligence check, like just the ability.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You're gonna get a 13, so it's not so bad. Let's see how they do. Okay, so the spider first gets an 11. And the dinosaur man
Wow, -4.
gets 10. So you won. Yeah, the spider's not very smart.
Okay.
So you win the first round. So let's see. Okay, so you win 70 gold. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
And so
And I am just going to play it up like, oh, I have no idea what's going on here. My luck was bound to change at some time.
Yeah. And they look at each other and they're like, oh boy, what bad luck. And the spider just shakes his little head like, and
Hold on a fucking second. You said it like, I make this like check to see if they're gonna.
yes,
fuck me.
please.
Okay. These motherfuckers are gonna roll me outside. All right. Critted.
You know what's going on here.
Okay.
And so they get to the point where they're like the Triceratops is like, well, you know what? I never give up after the first 10. You want to play again?
No, I have friends waiting for me. I'm sorry. I'll buy you a meal.
I mean, come
a
on.
meal and some drinks.
So we could stay here and talk about dragon stuff. I could talk to you in Draconic some more. I know you liked that. Just be a bud. Come on. We were getting along so well.
Oh yeah. By the way, the game took a while, right? Like to play it.
It took a few minutes, yeah.
Okay, that was kind of my motivation for doing this, is to talk to them while we were gambling. I'm just
Sure,
wondering if I got any info out of them, or we want to play that.
Not in this first hand. In the first hand, they were just like, no, we got to explain the rules. It's very complicated.
Oh, okay. All right. One more hand, and you have to tell me if you know anybody who looks like me. That's my bet. And
the spider makes a sound, and his friend is like, yeah, no, he knows he's handsome. I don't need to tell him. And he looks back at you and he says, he just like gestures a thumb like this guy.
it's like talking to
All right.
Han and Chewie.
Kind of, yeah. Because you don't speak weird celestial spider language.
Yeah, instead of a furry, cutesy guy who's really tall, it's like this creepy spider.
Yeah. And when you look at the spider after he says that, he like kind of like hides behind his cards, like. And so you set up to play another round. You can make the same check. And
Okay.
I will.
Oh God, that guy's a +4. Shit. All right. Where is it? There it is. Ooh, not so good this time.
Okay.
Low rolls. Low rolls.
So this time you get beat, but they talk to you while you play.
Okay.
So let's see how many you lose this time. You lose 35, so you're still up 35.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you try to gather some information while you talk to them.
Yep.
And you're trying to get them to tell you about like other like Dragonborn.
Yes. Any information about any of my kind, like I'm asking them, like, you heard it there, but it came from the dragons, my ancestors. How did it pass down to yours, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and he pretty much tells you, and he's not like making this up or lying, but he tells you basically what he remembers about like a story of his family, and he's like, well, there used to be the time where we were part of the dragons, and we've slowly changed into something else. They say that the dragons, their bloodline was splintered, and they became all kinds of different things. Maybe that's how your people came around. He doesn't know any he's never met any other Dragonborn, but he has lots of little like stories about like the Lizardmen and their kind of like creation myths. But it doesn't seem like he's ever met anybody like you. But then also like people like you all look pretty different. So if that's what he's going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Fuck Windows 10. Adam, go ahead.
And that's my decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And with that, the city of Brass crumbles into the desert. Thousands of souls lost to oblivion as the Mara take over the world. No, none of that happened. None of that's true. I think what was happening was we just finished Kalimat losing some money and then getting some money and then losing some money. We were playing back and forth there. And then you were like, "Excuse me, I got to go to the bathroom," and you would get up to leave.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I'm getting up, going to the bathroom, and I'm not really going to the bathroom. What I'm doing is
What?
no
Subterfuge? How
Crazy.
dare you? Okay.
Now, did I get some useful information out of these guys or not?
I mean, not really.
Not
so
really.
much.
Okay.
No, because
Okay.
like he doesn't know anything, and the spider guy can't communicate with you. So
Okay. I'm getting up and I'm going somewhere away from these guys out of eye shot and earshot, and I'm going to cast comprehend languages
okay.
to see if I can understand the spider guy and see if he has any other useful shit to tell me.
Okay. All right. Sure. That sounds good.
Okay.
So you you sneak out and you cast the spell.
Yep.
I think probably like chances are that they'll hear you. Right? They'll notice that you're like someone will notice that you're casting a spell. Because it has a verbal component. It has a verbal component, right? Like you can get far enough away that they don't hear you, but
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm just trying to get so they don't know I'm casting a spell is basically if I can't do that, then I won't.
yeah. But someone else will see you. But it doesn't matter. That's fine. You can do it so they don't notice.
Yep. Okay.
It's not like spell casting is illegal in here or anything.
Okay.
Okay. So you cast the spell and then you want to like sneak back and listen.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So all you hear is the two of them talking, and they're talking about you. Where the spider says, no, the Triceratops man, the lizard man is saying like, all right, well when he gets back, here's how we're gonna play it. And then the spider says like, oh, do we have to cheat him? I like this one. And he's like, yes. Come on, we gotta keep. You want to stay in here? We gotta have money. If we don't have money, they're gonna kick us out. And he's like, oh, but he's so nice and he smells good. And the other one's like, no, come on. We came in here for a reason. We got to make some money. You've seen how it is out there. If we're going to make it back to the Court of Swords. And he's like, oh, I don't want to go back to the Court of Swords. It's terrible there. There's skeletons everywhere. He's like, I don't care about the skeletons. We made the plan. We're going to stick to the plan. And this guy, I can just tell, he's still got, there's money. There's still money. And he's like, oh, fine, I guess. And so the two of them are just kind of like talking about that. They're talking about how they're going to rip you off when you come back.
Okay.
No, that's their plan.
Okay. So I sit down again and and I've played gaming I've gambled before, both me and Calumet, I'm sure. And the polite thing to do is if you have won already, if it's a friendly table, you stick around, lose a little bit back, and then leave. Like you don't win a big pot and then fucking jet. So
yeah, I mean you lost 70 and then you got 35 back.
Yeah.
So that's where you're at now.
I am going to since I kind of know what they're doing, could I like notice them cheating?
Yeah, like you already know that they are. You don't have to like, if you want to try to catch them at it, that's something you could do.
Yeah. I'm going to try and catch them at cheating.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back and and sit down, and they welcome you to the table. Okay. All right. So before we do that, let's check in with the others. So Ramus and Yoji, where are the two of you going? Do you like come out of the room and split up and go different directions?
I think we were both going towards the stairs, if I remember correctly, before we.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go there together. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you get to the stairs, and there are two what look like monks standing like perfectly still, just kind of staring straight forward. It's a human and I think an earth genasi, and they're both wearing black silk robes, and they're just standing with their arms folded by the stairs. And as you approach, they both in unison like bow to you, but then they don't move. They're blocking the stairs.
Are they bowing to Ramus, or do they actually like? Do I know that they see me? Do they make eye contact?
Yes. Yeah. If you just walk up, they see you and they bow.
Okay. And they're blocking it completely?
No, but they're standing in the way. Like they're
Okay.
doing that thing where like you could try to get past them, but they're clearly like,
Yeah.
we're blocking this so that you
I'm
can't
gonna
go upstairs.
I'm gonna do the thing where you act like you're supposed to be there and just try to like walk straight through them.
Excuse me, and just like slip.
Yeah.
by.
Yeah. I don't say anything. I
okay.
just act like I know where I'm going.
Yeah, they one of them she steps in the way, like just folds her arms, steps in front of you, not rudely, but just like nope.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm trying to get back up upstairs. Is there an issue?
She says, you are not permitted above the first level by orders of the mistress of the house.
Oh, and where's she at?
She's residing in her office.
Is that here on the floor?
I believe you know where it is, honored guest.
I look back at Raymond. Is her office on the floor?
Over there.
You're saying that to Ramus?
Yeah. Oh, okay. She told us to go upstairs.
The monk shakes her head. No, she did not.
Okay.
I understand that you must be curious about what lies in the levels above, but I am afraid you do not have access to that part of the temple.
All right. You gotta be here a while.
She nods.
All right. Stay here. I'll be right back. And I just like walk off.
Okay. Yeah, the two monks look at each other like, this fucking guy. Okay. Ramus, do you go with them? Do you say anything to the monks? Like,
I just look at Yoji like, told you. Told you there's just powerful magic here.
Yeah, I roll my eyes at him as I pass by. I'm going straight to her office.
This reminds me of a Frasier episode where they get into a spa and then they're not happy because they know there's a better door to another spa behind there.
Exactly.
Never thought that'd be a comparison that gets made in a game like this, but yeah, it's just like that episode of Frasier.
Yeah, so I'm going to her
Okay.
office. I don't like knock or anything. If the door is not like magically sealed, I open it.
Okay, yeah. You walk up and just yank the door open, and yeah, she's sitting there, and she appears to be talking to her kitten thing. She's just like rubbing her hand over her stomach and sort of cooing to them in some snaky language you don't understand. And you come in, and she looks up.
Yeah, I was trying to get upstairs. Can you just make that happen? I don't want to partake anything. I just want to look around to see. We're trying to weigh our options here, trying to see if Berg really wants to go upstairs. And I was tasked with being the one to do it.
No. You know what I want. Give it to me, and run of the whole temple is yours. Until then, you'll go no higher than the first level. I thought that we were clear about this.
I would like to make an insight check to see if she's telling the truth when she says that. That she's going to let us.
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
26.
26.
Her lying
Pretty.
ability.
Insightful.
Let's see, her deception.
The fact that he's even
based
checking
on-
means she is.
Yeah, she does have it. Deception is based on what? Wisdom? Charisma?
Charisma.
Charisma? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The deal, like she doesn't give you any indication that she's trying to like lie to you about it. You're very wise.
That will never go away.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Wow.
Oh, very wise.
What was the last thing she said, Adam? You know what I want?
Yeah, you know what I want. Give it to me and you'll have full run of the temple.
Is there anything else that you would potentially want? I mean, I know a lot of things that might be able to help you out.
I'm afraid not.
So you just... Is that... Are you... All right, I'll see what I can do. And I just like shut the door.
She nods and goes back to talking to her kitten babies.
Yeah. I shut the door and turned to Ramus and we're fucked. We got to get that thing out of Berg and give it to her or we're going to die here.
I have a feeling she will get what she wants if we give it to her or don't give it to her. She'll take it.
Right. So I would go with the giving it to her and being a live option as we do that.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So, again, as I stated, and you did what you would do, tell me whatever game you're trying to pull on Berg, and I'll help you.
You have to make him think it's he wants. You got to make him emphasize the good and really de-emphasize the bad parts of what you want. That way, he, in his simple mind, thinks good things instead of bad. He's not very bright. He's very.
Ramus, I'm not Berg. You're basically saying he needs to come up with the idea, not us. That's what you're saying,
Yes,
yeah?
basically.
Okay,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you. Jesus.
I'm used to idiot.
Yes, I understand. Well, do you want to go check in on Kalimat? He seems like the type that's just going to get lost in here and we'll never see him again.
Sure.
All right, I'll go work on Berg and yeah.
All right, I'll go find him.
Okay, all right. See you in a couple minutes, hopefully. And then we kind of go our different ways. Ramus goes to Kali and I go to Berg's room.
Okay. All right. So let's start with Yoji and Berg. So Yoji, you go to find where Berg is.
Yeah.
You know where he is. Unless Berg, have you left or are you still?
I'm
like, sitting
gone,
in that
Adam.
booth?
Even you
Well, I mean,
can't find
that's-
me.
That's the question. Like, do you leave or do you just hang out in the room while they're out? Like you're just sitting there thinking.
No, I'm just sitting there.
Okay.
All right, Yoji.
Yeah, I opened the door. Berg, can I come in? Is that all right?
Yes.
All right. I walk in, shut the door. Ramus went to go find Kalimat. We looked around, tried to go upstairs. It didn't happen. Yeah, the Petal or whatever its name is, it's pretty dead set on, obtaining whatever it is that you have inside of you. So,
So then what?
well, I mean, there's really only two ways to get around that problem if you think about it. You either give her what she wants, or we never get out of here, and a lot of that's on you. And I know you don't want that on your conscience. That's never a good thing. If it were up to me, I'd do it to help my friends, But it's your decision at the end of the day. We can only get you to the ledge. You're the one that's got to jump, Except in this situation, you're not dying. You're saving us and yourself.
Assuming I would die if it came to blows, are you?
Yeah. I don't think you could. I mean, you might be strong. I'm sure you are. I saw you fight, but I don't think you can take down this entire place.
Or like thinks for a second. In his mind, it's just like flashing of battle and him killing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I want to help Ramus if I can. This tulpa has helped me. Even there. But I don't entirely trust it. I don't trust her either.
Right. I think it's safe to not trust anyone, Berg. I think that's just the nature of beings. I wouldn't
Growing
trust
up a
me.
slave, you learn that early.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's unfortunate, all those things that happened to you.
You don't have to pretend you care.
Oh, I don't care, but I feel sorry for you. And that's the
And
honest truth.
spare me the words that mean nothing.
I mean, they mean something to me. Just because I say I'm sorry doesn't mean I'm sorry, Berg.
We'll see about you, Yoji.
What? You'll see about me?
Yes,
What does that mean?
whether or not you're worthy to stay with us alive.
Wait, so now you're threatening me?
If you betray us, yes, I will kill you.
Well, I don't have anything to. I mean, that makes good sense. That's logic. Yeah, I would hope so. But I don't know why you need to be threatening me here. We're trying to get out of this together. We've got the same goal at this point.
Oh, I wasn't threatening. I was just telling you what would happen.
Okay, I'm gonna let this one go, and you can have this battle. Yeah, that's good.
What battle? We're not fighting.
It's fine. Don't worry about it, Berg. It's not important. But look, I'm sensitive to your situation. Okay, if you don't want to do this, let us know. But ultimately, we can't be the ones to do it. You got to be the one to give it up.
Let us go see this snake spider lady.
All right. Let's check.
Blade.
Let's check in on Ramus and Kali before we go, if you don't mind.
Where are they?
They're just down in the room, down a couple rooms.
So yeah, where are they? Smash cut to them. Ramus and Kalimat, where are you? Where does Ramus find you, Kalimat?
I'm playing and trying to catch them cheating.
Okay, let's imagine you've already caught them.
Okay.
What does that look like?
They're playing cards, and I see something come from under the table, like a card come from under the table or something. And
One of the spiders like ate other limbs, just like scoops one under.
Exactly. Yep. And I kind of like, not like to hurt anybody, but like to definitely like like you would grab a child who's reaching for something hot.
Mhm.
I grab his tentacle with the card on it, and I drop the entire rube act,
Mhm.
and I say,
when you grab the spider, he crawls up onto the ceiling as far away from you as he can get, but you've still got his little arm.
Yep.
You're just holding it. He's covered in he's like a tarantula, right? So he's covered in his little spines, and you're grabbed onto it. And he's making this panicked hissing sound, and the lizard man gets up and he's like, "Hey!" and stands up. What do you think you're doing?
let's not pretend that I didn't just catch you cheating. And before
It's
you
not
say
cheating.
anything,
You just don't understand the rules.
oh, I don't understand the rules. So you're allowed to have your spider friend here hide cards underneath the table. Is that right?
Yeah, that's how it goes. Listen, it's
Oh,
not my
and
fault you didn't listen to me the first time I explained the rules to you.
No, that's absolutely right. You're correct. But if you don't want the entire establishment to know that you've been fleecing people this whole time, I can keep my mouth shut. But I need you to tell me some information.
And the spider.
All I
yanks
want to
his
know.
hand- Spider yanks his little hand free and holds it up "Ow, you grabbed me." And the
All I
lizard
want to
looks at you.
know for my silence is everything either of you know about anybody of my kind. Where to find them,
Me.
rumors you've heard, anything, and I'll walk away. And yes, I can understand you, friend. And I look directly at the spider.
Yeah, and the spider's just stop looking at me, and hides behind his arms. He's just curled up in a little ball up in the corner, fuck off, go away. I hate this. I wish I was dead.
Wish I was dead.
And and so he looks at you, the lizard man. He's like, "You're obsessed. I don't know anything about whatever kind of dragon mutt you are. Listen, what are you even doing here? Don't you know what this place is?"
I have an idea. Is there something I
Down
should
here,
know?
this level, we're a bunch of nobodies. It's nobody's down here. I mean, yeah, we all managed to get into this place, and that's great, but all the real good stuff's upstairs. See, we were just trying to make enough money so that we could buy a ticket to the upper levels, bribe somebody, something like that. That's where the real treasure is. And somewhere all the way up there. And he shakes his head and he says, "They say, that's stupid." And the spider's like, "You should tell him so he leaves us alone." And he's like, "Fine. Listen, they say that if you can get all the way up to the top, and if you've got a key, you can get into the vault. And they say that in the vault, you can find whatever your heart desires." And he gets this look on his face, and even though it's a lizard face, anyone looking upon it knows that he is imagining whatever the deepest desire of his heart is. He just kind of looks into the distance. So, one level at a time. Right, buddy? And the spider nods yes.
Is that why this
can I just
place
say I'm
is...
just really I'm digging. Sorry. You're RP. I'm stupid. All right,
No,
I'm just
go
digging
ahead,
The voice
go
for
ahead.
the spider. Just digging the voice for the spider. That's all I wanted to say. I'm just.
Yeah, no, totally, dude. That's fine. Me too. I love it. That's what then I say to him, so that's why this place has the stories it does. The further up you go, the better the reward. Is that right?
And he nods.
Hmm.
That's what this human god is all about. Giving people what they want, their desires. I guess there's supposed to be more to it than that, but well, we don't care. We just want the good stuff. But we've never been past the first level. And he sort of snarls and looks down it's a personal failing. And then one little arm pats him on the shoulder. It's okay.
From the ceiling.
Yeah, from the ceiling just comes down there. We'll get up there eventually. Everything's going to be fine. Shh. And he pets the side of his face. And he's like, "Get out of here."
How do you buy your way up level by level? Is there a certain amount or you make a deal?
We hadn't thought that far. Just, I figure a big pile of gold gets you whatever you want elsewhere, so it'd be a start down here.
Well, gold is probably a good start, but I think they take more stock into things that you really don't want to part with. Think about that. What would you want to lose, or what would you not want to lose the most in your life? And then I walk
he looks
away.
wistfully at the spider. The two of them like look at each other like, as you walk out.
Yeah. Well, that was completely useless. They didn't have any
So
good
you-
information.
You walk out and you practically like bump into Ramus because Ramus is looking for you.
There you are. What have you been doing?
I had to seek out something. He was speaking Draconic as I walked by, and I didn't get a good look at whoever it was, so I thought maybe there was something, a clue, a hint, a dead ends, all the way dead ends. And you can see like I'm actually like really kind of distraught about that. Like nothing. I got nothing out of these guys except like 35 gold.
And Ramus, like, you know enough about the Church of the Devil to know this is how they get you, right? Like, what Kalimat heard is everything here is happening on purpose, right? Nothing is like an accident or a coincidence. So the fact that this is the showing of the ankle before the whole striptease begins. And if you want to see a little more, you got to go upstairs. And so this is, you're watching Kalimat like play right into the narrative of this place.
Mm-hmm. Ramus,
Wow. So
I might have learned something of value for you.
Oh, really?
They said when you walk into the vault, the highest level, what is in the vault is what you crave most. That might very well be where a soul for you might lay in wait. But you must be prepared to give up something great. I'm not sure what.
Interesting. This vault doesn't seem to be a normal vault. It's something different.
I'm learning
She's-
that more and more. I
That
feel the
creature in
pull of
there.
this place.
The creature in there is way too powerful just to be a simple banker. There's something else going on here.
My
There's
thoughts
great
are.
power in her.
My thought is that she's, as Hassan is to the tower, she is to the devil.
I could see that.
Anyway, and I
Heaven
put my
does
arm
like
around you.
Heaven does like to have its soldiers, its higher ups to do things here on Earth, on this planet.
Well, before we see what it is, what say I buy you the most expensive wine they have in the house?
I wouldn't waste your money. Things don't taste very good right now. Food, water, drink tastes like dirt.
I can't imagine a fate more terrible than that.
Let's just go. Berg is ready to give the thing to her. So let's go and
You convinced
meet
it,
up
did
with
you?
her. Well, Yoji apparently did. Hopefully.
What? Really? That is astounding. Excellent. Well, all right then. And I grab a whatever like drink is lying around, like if there's like an unattended glass of anything.
I don't think there would be, but as soon as you
There would be,
desire
okay.
one and turn, there's like a waiter with one there. Like one of the
Oh,
monks
shit.
just kind of like hands it to you.
Awesome. Do I pay you or
It's nope.
awesome? I just grab it, then I drink it.
Okay.
On our way to go see
it's
her,
exactly what you, even if you don't realize it, it's exactly what you had hoped that it would have been. Like, even if you weren't like, I could go for a beer, you're just like, oh, I need a thing, and you drink it, you're like, this is perfect.
You
Like
noticed
that
that?
thing on the. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you notice that when you craved it, it was there?
I did.
Be careful about what you wish for in here. You just might get it.
Suddenly, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man comes. No, I'm just kidding.
So the four of you, are in the office of Petal. Is that the next place that everybody is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we're back in Petal's office, and she's looking at a book. She's got a book open in her. She's made a little like lap by curling her like snake body in front of her. She's got this book open, and it appears to be some kind of like, it's either like a text of blasphemous like Hieronymus Bosch style like human sacrifice, or like a manual of erotic woodcuts. It's really hard to tell, but she seems interested in it, and so she's just like flipping the page, looking at it. She looks up when you come in.
Yeah, we made a decision. I guess Berg, if you want to talk to the lady.
We're just like staring at her for a sec, seeing how she handles this.
There's no need to be so suspicious. It's a simple transaction. They're undertaken all the time. Coin for service. A word for a deed.
This, and correct me if I'm wrong, is no normal transaction.
Every trade is special, meaningful in its own way.
No. This is different. And you know that.
Is that what you want, Berg? To be special? To mean something? If that's what you want to hear, then yes, certainly. You're important. This is unusual and different. We've never seen anything like you before.
Or just like looking at Ramus. Like, I've heard talk like this before.
Can we get the deal in writing?
Of course.
Well, hold on,
And
Ramus. You want to do this in blood?
And she snaps her fingers, and yeah, unrolling from space, there's just this this like prayer strip, basically covered in characters in black ink.
As that, I do say that, Ramus. You want to do a deal like this in blood? Everyone knows that.
We need to read the terms very carefully.
And Berg can't read, so we need to read them extra carefully.
For him.
You guys just saying this like straight up out loud?
Yes.
Yes.
Berg's like looking at you guys somewhat embarrassed, like, just had to say that, didn't you?
Yeah. Ramus, why don't you go and read it?
Yeah, she holds the scroll out.
You better read, and I will help you. You're familiar with Celestial, right?
Yeah, I see what you're doing here. I walk over to the paper. Is it like unusually long, or is it just like a one sheet?
Nope.
Like what? Okay.
It's very, very simple. It is written in the celestial characters of heaven. So yeah, you can read it, and they contain a great deal of information and carry intent well in writing, because that's the language that all writing is originally based on. Yeah, I mean the contract, it basically just says, like, in exchange for ownership of the entity that is a passenger within Berg, the four of you will have access to any level of free access to any level of the temple for as long as you live, and you are able to wander the halls and partake of its many delights at whatever pace you like. Like, basically, you get membership here.
Okay, I'd like finish reading it. It's probably quiet in the room for a couple of minutes. Is this deal negotiable?
It depends.
Yeah, I want to make sure that if we do go up to the floor that has the vault, which I think I turn around, we're all interested in, that we make it out of the way we entered, alive, well, everything goes well. Unless, of course, it improves upon us.
We cannot promise you something we have no control over. And besides, the vault is only accessible with a key, and the key only grants you access to certain areas of the vault. You can't go wandering around. Other people's property is in there.
I see. And how do
The
you
temple
get
itself.
how do you get a space in the vault? Does that come with membership?
She nods. She says, if there's something you would like to leave behind in our care, each member is entitled to one space.
I see. And what assurance do we have that that stuff can't be tampered with? Is that in the contract? Did I miss that somewhere?
She shakes her head and she says, this is what we do. Protect things. Take care of that which must remain. So that people like you, and she looks at Ramus, can't destroy them.
I mean, that's a fair statement.
Keeping people's worldly delights sacred, sanctified, safe is very important to us.
I'd like you to add a section that says that we are allowed to come and go from this building as we please.
There we go. Now we're talking. Can we have that on there?
She smiles. I had thought that would be implied, but of course. And as she's speaking, the character is like appearing on the paper.
Yeah, I'm like
Just
following along
Always
with
safe
my
to
finger.
have these things in writing.
Yeah, it's much easier that way so that there's no altercations after the fact. I agree. Well, it looks like everything's here. Does anyone want to add anything? I mean, if you want to bargain, this is the time.
I had one question. Now, this is rumor, of course. It's from someone I don't know, but someone said that when you walk into the vault, once you're inside, you may be shown things that you desire, or maybe the one thing that you most desire. Is that true?
I have never entered the vault myself. I could not say.
Well, that's a cop-out of an answer. You've seen people enter before, I'm sure.
She shrugs with several of her shoulders. Customers come and go.
Hear that, Yoji? The Vault Keeper has no idea about the vault.
Yeah, doesn't seem that smart.
I'm not the keeper of the vault. I manage the temple. More of a high priestess.
I see. And will we meet the vault keeper if we want something in there?
You're entitled to its time.
All right, fair enough.
How would this even work? How do I make sure I will live through it?
The extraction process shouldn't kill you. You're a strong boy.
I can't speak to that, Berg. You got it. You got to trust her.
Fine.
I walk away from the contract. Well, you got to sign it, Berg, and usually this stuff is done in blood, so I offer him a knife.
She watches she watches hungrily. The kitten's pressed up against the glassy surface of the inside of her stomach, watching you. Yeah. And so you approach. You say you first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she just snaps her fingers and a seal appears on the banner. Just
Or he's just staring at the contract intently.
Mm-hmm. Would we sense hesitation from this?
I mean, I certainly am.
Or are you just being slow?
No, it's hesitation. I'm also Berg's like looking at her while the seal's there, just seeing her response. You said she's pretty much just like
She's just looking down at you, like waiting to see if you'll go through with it. I think neutral face. You can't see most of her face, right? Because she has the veil covering, like from here down, like just hangs in front of her face.
I think I look over at Ramus. If you catch my gaze, I like motion my head towards Berg.
Wait, what are you doing?
Trying to get Ramus to talk.
Oh.
What are you worried about, Berg?
Or he looks at Ramus and is like,
Is this right, Ramus?
he like whispers it.
The thing inside you, Berg, shouldn't be there. You need to get rid of it. No matter what it whispers in your ears, I don't think it has your best interest at heart. I don't think she does either. But she does come from heaven, and they know how to handle this thing better than you ever could.
Do you make any reaction to that as a character, Berg, that I would catch up on?
What was the exact words that he just used?
Was
Or the gist?
that, heaven would know more what to do with this creature than you would.
Yeah. Or just signs then.
Okay, so as you reach forward with your like bloody thumb, or as you poke it, as you reach forward to put your thumb on the page, you get close to her, right? And her little tail is like flicking anxiously, and in front of her is the sign. So you approach her, and her head is up quite high. So you approach her belly, where the two kittens are, and simultaneously you can't tell which one says which, but they both say, "Do it, Berg," and "Don't do it, Berg," like at the same time. Both the little like cats say that to you as you walk up, and then you like put your thumb on the page. Okay, so you press your thumb to the page, which immediately burns away from where your thumb is, like disappears. And you look up at the woman, and she's like, her tail has like curved around behind you, and she's like pulling you towards her, not threateningly, but like all right, let's do this thing, let's get this out of the way. And yeah, she pulls you towards her. Do you guys want to keep going, or should we cliffhanger here? What do you think?
That's up to you guys.
I want to keep going.
I mean, it's a great place to end, or we could do a little bit more. It's up to, I want to leave it up to you, JP, because like I could go and do like more scene, but
We're not doing
this
one
is
next
also
week,
really
so let's
good.
just go a little more.
Look, yeah, that makes sense. Good.
All right.
Yeah, you want to do a little more?
Yeah, we'll keep
Okay,
going.
Just a
All right.
little bit of a reveal, a little peek.
Okay, that's fine. So she pulls you towards her, and in one of her many hands, she holds out a simple cup, like a simple like stone cup, and there's some kind of like black fluid in it, and one of her graceful black arms like reaches out and holds it to you, and you can see this is the closest you've ever been to her. You can see like her like star like freckles, they're moving slightly, so the constellations of them are shifting, and so yeah, she holds this cup out to you, and she just says, "Drink."
Or goes like grabs it and he's just like
What? Never mind.
just drinks it.
You're like, "What is it?" And so you drink it, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. It's DC 20.
Oof.
It's a big one. Okay, you die. Everybody sees it. We all watch it happen. Berg drinks the black ichor and just goes limp and slumps to the ground. And there is a moment, and I think you hear a familiar sound. You hear bells, faint like funereal bells that we hear whenever Ramus casts Toll the Dead. So you hear these bells just like ring. What does everybody do when Berg falls to the ground?
Is he gonna be all right?
The other two react first.
Okay, so Ramus is like, is he gonna be all right? Call him out. What do you do?
I'm just kind of stunned in that, like, I don't know what to do next. I'm just wondering if that's the way to get to the vault. Is like you have to like die to go to the vault. So I don't do anything. I'm just kind of standing there, shocked.
Okay. So you freeze. Ramus, Ramus is like, what? Yoji, what do you do?
Was that in the contract at all, where he would die?
No, it never specified that. She
Did it
said you should
specify he'd be
probably-
okay?
Probably survive. Nope.
Okay.
No, she said she couldn't assure your safety, but
When it happens, I go, "You're bringing him back, right?"
she just blinks. So there's just this like quiet that hangs over the room. Berg's body laying there. The cup I think is like rolling a little bit and like thumps to a stop against the pillow.
I immediately
Okay, now
like,
I was gonna say like as everybody there's this moment of like silence. Everybody's like
okay.
staring at each other, and now I want to stop. Like this is that's where the episode actually ends.
Okay.
Listen, you wanted more, so
That's what I just told. I told that in channel. Like, you guys wanted more.
that's what you wanted. I gave it to you. Don't say I didn't give you anything.
All right.
I'm stunned. I am stunned.
Let's do some shout outs, I guess.
Wow, dude.
Zeke, go ahead.
Okay. Jesus. Well, thank you guys for watching. What a fucking. I'm glad we did that. I'm glad we went the extra like 4 minutes to get that shit done, because that is way better of a cliffhanger than not knowing. Oh God, it's terrible. Thank you guys very much. If you want to follow me on social media or anything, it is all Ezekiel_III at Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. All the same. I will be casting tomorrow at noon Pacific. I'll be doing I'm doing vampire, and I'm really liking it. Vampire, whatever. I'm actually really liking it and enjoying it. It'll be my last. If you want to see me before I fly off to LA, it'll be my last cast before I do that, because I'm leaving on Saturday. So if you want to come say hi or goodbye for a week, do that. That's where I'll be when I'll be. Thank you to Adam, Dan, Max, and JP, as always, for this fucking wonderful thing we have. That's all I got.
Awesome stuff. Dan, do some shout outs for us.
What the fuck just happened? I'm DansGaming / on Twitch, variety streamer. Can't wait till next week, the week after, because I need to keep playing. Like you can't stop right there. That's it's torture. I can't wait till next week. This is like one hell of a cliffhanger, and even I'm like, oh my God, I need to see what happens. So I can't wait until our next show in 2 weeks.
It's gonna be a while. You're doing some E3 coverage yourself, right?
Yep,
you
I'll
wanna
be
promote that?
live for E3 on my channel,
Cool.
doing all the conferences and stuff.
Yeah. Join Dan if you would like to. Gassy, some shout outs.
Hi, I'm GassyMexican. The day my character died. I don't know what the fuck to think. So, you guys wanted more. That's what you got. Yeah, I'm GassyMexican. I stream on Twitch. I do YouTube content as well. If you guys want to follow all that, it's all there. Best way to know when I do anything is to follow me on Twitter. I might be casting after this, after some emotional recovery. And yeah, well, I guess we'll talk about it on the post show. Thanks for watching. Fuck me.
And last but not least, Adam, some shout outs, sir.
Yeah. So we'll be back again after some scheduling biz. But thank you so much for being here tonight at this unusual time. I'm really glad we got to do an episode. I love Core Swords so very much. You can find me on the internet. I'm on Twitter at skinnyghost, and I'm at twitch.tv/Adam Coble. My schedule is going to be a bit wonky because I'm going to New York for like 6 days soon. But after that, we'll be right back to doing all the usual business. You can check it out there. I will post in chat a link to the Q&A. Please come and ask me questions. But if they're about what's going to happen, I'm not going to answer them. Sorry. It's more fun this way.
All right.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Good stuff. We're going to do a post show where Adam will probably not say a single thing, but we'll sit there and guess and talk about it. We'll get some thoughts from Max as well. If you want to watch that, it's over at patreon.com/roleplay. I think for the $3 tier, if you want access to that. We also posted, if you're already a patron, we posted the after episode for Oddballs episode 2 earlier this afternoon. So you can grab that. And then if you are going to be watching E3, much like Dan and I think pretty much everyone on Twitch, we're all going to be watching the conferences here for Drop Frames. So if you want to join us, we'll see you this weekend. If not, we'll see you for Court of Swords, I think, in 2 weeks on the 19th, maybe, I think is when that's going to be. We'll see. There might be some traveling.
Yeah, we got to figure it out. There's E3 and other shit overlaid, but we'll find a time to do an episode.
We'll let you guys know when we're doing the next episode. So that's it. We're out of here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.